So who cuts your hair now?
Oh, I go to another barber.
Do you? They don't have one in town though, do they?
No. There used to be quite a few of those, and now. This is the administrative building, which houses all other directors and so forth.
Okay.
Sign a few sections. Hi, Jenny.
Good morning, how are you?
Mates.
Good morning.
Good. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Good.
Very good, thank you.
Very nice.
There you go.
They looked at the site over here, came to the conclusion that we couldn't do that here. So we ended up having to go and look for an alternate site.
Okay.
We went, carried up on the farm property, came up with a site that was somewhat very usable. Decided that maybe we was going to be able to.
There you go.
Thank you. How the books looking?
They look good.
Do they?
Yeah.
How where are we getting a lot of our funds from? How's that generated?
Our funds break out about 75% federal and 25% tribal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the mission? Do we have a mission to sustain economic development, or to maybe lessen that 75% from federal? Is that a possibility?
Well, if you're talking economic development, that's going to be all private capital and private financing. We don't look to the government for either the state or the federal government for much in the way of economic development.
What kinds of things are we doing these days?
Well, I can only tell you what's been publicized.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, that's the LNG is in the works. I believe they've got BIA approval and they've just put in their preliminary paperwork for the licensing of the plant itself. Where it's at from that, I don't know. I haven't been involved with it.
Okay.
So I couldn't answer any specific questions on any of it.
All right.
Just from what I read in the paper.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
Any other things happening?
The aerospace is coming along. We should have it this spring.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Hello?
The aerospace. Well, tell me about that.
Oh, the aerospace is this project right here. This is will be a company of the tribe.
Yeah.
That is. We've had a long go at it. We've done the business plan. Everything is in place for that. We have a 13 or 13.5 acre parcel of land right up here.
Okay.
That's set aside by the tribal council for the construction of a 4 acre building that's going on it.
And what will that do? What will they make?
What they're going to do is manufacture aircraft components.
How many jobs are we
and
looking
repair
at?
them.
Yeah.
Initially, about 1,700.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is it a go? Is it definitely going to happen?
It looks like it's definitely going to happen. I have several people interested in doing it, and we're down to probably the final choices during the next 30 days.
What do you mean doing it?
Financing it.
Oh, I see. It's not financed yet.
Yeah.
I see.
We do have several outfits that want to do it.
Now these are in the field of space aeronautics?
No, actually, what we're doing is narrow body commercial jets. What we're trying to do is stop the outflow of outsourcing to foreign countries, and we're the next best thing, if not the best thing.
Why do you say that?
Well, because we have, because of the way that the tribes are set up, and the laws and the stuff that have been put in place to enhance economic development within the tribes. Over the past few years, the government has made it very advantageous for manufacturing firms to move on to reservations. In this case here, this will be our own manufacturing facility. And there's a lot of tax incentives and initiatives
What about wages?
Wages on this,
They would
starting.
have to be compete with foreign countries though, if they're not gonna outsource, right?
Well, in other ways, we attack it from a different way.
Oh, I see. You get your import, export, you've got tax incentives, those kinds of things.
We got a lot of things going for us in that arena that will allow us to pay a good wage, yet when you get over here, that wage is really, you know, where it should be to compete.
Gotcha.
And we compete in other ways with this too, and the major way that we compete is quality control. You know, excellence in manufacturing, which, because the way the FAA is set up, you know, I don't believe that they have the capability to monitor every one of those shops overseas, and as a result, we've seen parts manufactured for our own planes here that require more frequent maintenance and more downtime for the planes, which adds a hidden cost that makes that part that's manufactured overseas as expensive, if not more so, than what it is here. You know, it's all relative in what you're doing in the business itself. We're looking at alternative energies,
That's exciting, huh?
and you know, the tribe is out in western Maine right now looking at sites, you know, for wind-generated electricity.
What about bringing wind power here?
The studies have shown that we wouldn't be able to sustain it.
It's not enough.
There's just not enough here. We're not high enough.
What about tidal?
Tidal, with new technology and everything, you know, you're not going after dams anymore. You're taking care of using hydraulics and all the other stuff that scientists use, you know, to generate electricity, you know, by the currents and the waves.
We've got big tides. Some of the biggest in the world are
Yeah,
here.
and
Is that something you're looking at?
we have not looked at that.
No.
No. I know it's out there, I know it's available, but we have to take our limited resources and concentrate them in the areas in which we think that we'd get the most return at this point. You know, they've the Joint Tribal Council is working on their Racino project in Calais, and it looks like they're going to get their signatures, place it on the ballot here before long. And that process has been a long process. We started our first casino initiative, what, 1992, 93,
For here,
for the tribes, and
for the tribes.
and it's been that long. You know, we've been rebuffed at every turn, but it should come out this time.
It should, in Calais too, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well,
Calais has been our site for the most part ever since we started, so I'd like to continue it that way.
okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.